Imagine waking up in the middle of deep space, millions of miles from home, with a splitting headache, shaking hands, and the creeping feeling that something on your ship is terribly wrong. Now imagine that the people you trust with your life might not actually exist. That's the nightmare John is about to live through, and by the end of this video, you'll question everything you think you know about what's real. Welcome back. Today we're breaking down Odyssey 1. A slow-burn psychological thriller set in the cold silence of space that will mess with your head from the very first scene to the very last second. So buckle up, because this one gets dark fast. The mission begins. At the beginning of the movie, we're introduced to a spacecraft called Odyssey 1, currently making its way across the solar system toward Titan, one of Saturn's largest moons. The mission? To harvest natural resources that could be converted into clean energy and shipped back to an increasingly damaged Earth. It's ambitious, it's dangerous, and it's going to take years. Because the journey is so brutally long, the crew doesn't just sit around playing cards. Instead, they spend most of the voyage in hibernation, a medically induced deep sleep that preserves their bodies and minds during the years-long trip. They're only scheduled to wake up once every 90 days to run system checks, verify their course, perform maintenance, and send updates back to Earth. Then it's right back to sleep. The next cycle begins, and John goes through the same process, waking up groggy, fighting the medication fog, getting his body back online. He tries to stay on top of his physical health this time, exercising on a stationary bike while watching a video simulation of a forest. For a moment, it almost feels peaceful. Then he hears his name, a voice, clear and close, like someone standing right behind him. He follows the sound through the ship, checks every corridor, finds nothing. Before he can make sense of it, the ship violently shakes. Not turbulence, a full violent shudder. Lights flicker. The AI blares warnings. Screws drop from the ceiling. And then a ceiling panel tears loose and slams directly into John's head. He hits the floor and goes completely unconscious. While he's out, he dreams of Zoe. In the dream, she's crying, deeply upset about something he doesn't understand. The image feels heavy with emotion. When he wakes, Franks and Nash are beside him, checking on him. They have no idea what caused the disturbance. And here's the part that should alarm everyone. John was the only crew member awake when it happened. Nobody else witnessed anything. John climbs up to inspect the ceiling and finds the damage is worse than expected. Exposed wiring, broken components, systems that look like they've taken a serious beating. When they review external camera footage, they discover hull damage on the outside of the ship too. But there's no recorded impact event. No alert from Earth. No explanation. After restarting the power systems, everything reads as normal again, which somehow makes it worse. The crew files a report to Houston. John records his account of the events carefully and thoroughly. While recording, his mind wanders again to Zoe. A memory this time of a quiet afternoon at a cafe, where she helped him get through a difficult video game level. A conversation that revealed things about both of them. On the other side, John finds an underground tunnel system. Emergency lighting. Machinery. The aftermath of the earthquake clearly visible in cracks and debris. Above him, the structure of the simulation vessel, the ship he believed he'd been traveling in, looms like a prop on a stage he can finally see from the outside. He hears Zoe calling for him. He climbs toward her voice. And then, a flickering light. He reaches for it. In that moment, he remembers the conversation about moths. About how they fly toward light because instinct drives them to it, even when the light is the very thing that will destroy them. About how survival instinct can become self-destruction. The film refuses to give us clean closure. Whether John makes it out, whether any of what follows is real or just another layer of the simulation, is left deliberately unresolved. His perception dissolves. The screen pulls back, and we're left sitting with the uncomfortable question. How do you trust your own mind when your own mind has already proven it can lie to you? And that right there is what makes Odyssey 1 one of the most unsettling psychological thrillers you'll ever sit through. It's not about monsters or jump scares. It's about the terror of not being able to trust your own perception, of realizing that the most dangerous thing in a sealed environment might just be your own brain. Now here's what I want to know from you. Do you think John actually made it out? Or was Zoe's rescue call just one final hallucination? Drop your theory in the comments below. I genuinely want to read what you think. And if you're new here and you just sat through this entire breakdown without subscribing, come on. You know you enjoyed this. The subscribe button is right there. Every time someone watches a full video like this and leaves without subscribing, a perfectly good movie explainer gets left unfinished. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to me. Hit subscribe.